Our third new board member interview is with Zoe Markowitz, a young woman who brings a very special perspective to our work on behalf of the 250,000 New Yorkers in Community Board 8. Zoe is an honor student at the Eleanor Roosevelt High School on East 76th Street. As a result of city council and state legislative action, she and other 16 and 17-year-olds became eligible this year for appointment to community boards. Zoe is a delegate to the Model United Nations. She's a volunteer working with seniors at a nationally known nonprofit group. She takes pre-college courses at Parsons on Saturdays. In the summer, she's an intern with Senator Chuck Schumer. She founded a program at her school, Students for Sensible Gun Laws, to help victims of gun violence and to lobby for more effective gun control laws. Okay, so most older New Yorkers don't know what a community board is. I didn't know until I was in my 30s. And few know the names of their local elected representatives. How did you learn about this whole world?
Well, I didn't know about it until this school year when my principal sent out an email to all of the students at school explaining that new legislation was passed to allow 16 and 17-year-olds to serve. So I looked into what he sent us, and I looked it up and saw that I was in Community Board 8. And I went to an interest meeting with Manhattan Borough President Gail Brewer, and there were a few other kids from my school that went, and I thought it was really interesting. We did an exercise, a problem-solving exercise, which really drew me to the community board because problem-solving is what we do in our community. And yeah, so I'm very happy that I've joined. Everyone's been very welcoming.
So you're the only student in your school, obviously. We only have two under 21-year-old, well, I'm not sure what the age normally would be, but I guess it's 18. So we have two members who are below that age.
Yeah. There are other 16-year-olds on other boards, though.
On other boards, yeah. Why did you want to become a community board member?
Well, I've always been interested in public service and government, and I just thought that the community board was a great way to get started with that, and local government is just a great way to see if I would like to take this as a career path. And all the people on the board are so interested in the community, they're so passionate, and those are the kinds of people that I want to be surrounded by. So meeting these people and just getting involved with the community and seeing if I want to further this, or if I decide I don't, it would still be a great experience, and I'll always remember the things I learned. So that's why I joined.
You're going to be a junior.
Yes.
So you've got another at least year or so before you know whether you're going to be applying outside of New York to college or here. If you remain in the city,
I don't think so.
Columbia, so we might have 2 years of service, and then you're going to go on to.
Well, I could always come back.
Absolutely.
Can have a little break.
Members have come on and gone on to.
Just a 4-year break, and I'll be back.
You're working for our Senator Schumer this summer.
Yeah.
Which is pretty amazing.
Yeah, I started at the end of June. And it was a little overwhelming at first, but I'm really enjoying it, and I'm working with casework in the office and answering the phones, and everyone's so nice there, just how everyone's so nice on the community board, and all the other interns are great, and there's other high school students, so I can be with them too, and it's great.
Was that also an interview process where you had to apply and
Yeah, there's an application, and for me there was a phone interview. Some people might have in-person interviews, but that's the process that I went through.
I don't know what you're going to be doing next summer. You probably don't know either, but the DA's office also has an internship program in New York. I understand it's pretty good.
I would be definitely interested in that. I want to continue with this sort of thing. I don't know. I haven't thought about next summer yet.
Just, make a note of it. Cy Vance is a district attorney for this county. Now, it's only been a few months that you've been on the board, but do you have any impressions that you'd like to share? And any thoughts about this work?
I think I already touched on it a little bit, but just I was very, very nervous going to my first meeting and to the orientation, but and I thought because of my age, people would kind of look down on me and not respect me, but it's really been the opposite. So I have a great impression so far of all the people on the board, and everyone just has the community's best interest at heart. So I think that's great, and yeah, I'm enjoying it, and the meetings are interesting, and like Glenn said, when the public comes, I learn a lot about issues that I wouldn't know about, because maybe I live on 82nd and maybe there's something going on 78th Street that I don't know because I don't walk that way. So you become aware of issues.
Now, with 250,000 people, I mean, that's a small city, and a good number of those are young people. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you have a constituency who you can speak for better than any of the older members of the board who have to go and talk to the kids and ask them, what do you think about this?
Yeah.
So you bring something to the table that wasn't there before.
I hope I can. I want to speak on behalf of kids I know, and similar, the whole city bike thing. I know a lot of my friends who feel certain ways towards that issue, so the youth brings a different perspective to it.
What committees interest you the most? I don't know if you've made final decisions about where you want to serve, but you've probably selected some already.
Well, I'm really interested in the Youth and Education Committee, obviously, because I am the youth, but also the Health, Seniors, and Social Services Committee. I'm very interested in, especially because of my work with DeRote, which is the organization that aims to bridge the age gap between seniors and the youth in their community. And I think because of my work there, then I could bring something to that committee.
It's interesting that you and Glenn and David also all have an interest in working with young people and with seniors.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a big interest. But also with the Seniors Social Services Committee and Health Committee, there's obviously other people that are represented as well.
We do have a pretty large older population on the Upper East Side. So things like accessibility for wheelchairs, for transportation, for businesses are important. I was curious about the Model United Nations. I've heard of it, but I don't know anything about it. You've been a delegate for several years now.
Yeah, well, I started in 9th grade, and I'm going to be in 11th grade next year. So it's just like, it's supposed to mock the United Nations, basically, and each student gets a partner. And, well, it depends on what conference you're in, but that's how it worked when I did it. And you get assigned a country. So I was assigned Belgium, and then you also get assigned a committee. So I was Women and Development, and you have to speak on behalf of your country in everything that you address. So if you disagree with your country, it doesn't matter. You have to speak from their point of view. So you work with the other countries in the room to come up with resolutions and to solve issues that are going on throughout the whole world.
So you've got to learn about the country.
Yeah, you do. Like, you get assigned your country a couple weeks before, or maybe a couple months before the conference, and then you do research and get prepared.
And this summer you're taking courses on Saturdays. I don't know how you find time for all of this work.
Well, not this summer, but I do that during the school year.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, this summer is already booked. It's very popular, but yeah, I do that during the school year, and I've done 1 fashion course and 2 fine arts courses.
At Parsons?
Yes.
Is that a particular interest of yours?
Yeah, I love art. I don't know if I would like to pursue it, or go to college for it, but it's something that I love, and it's a hobby that I've always done. And I just want to continue my classes at Parsons and see where it goes.
That's great. All I can say is thank you for taking time.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much.